be back here with all of you. Yes, yes, yes. And I've been gone for way too long. This is probably the longest break I've had. And I tried to put out a message on my community page. And if you didn't see it, what happened was my system crashed. But now it's been upgraded and designed to handle a much larger workload. And I was also going through a transition at work, so that took up a lot of my time. But the good news about that is when I start, which is this week, then I will be actually have more time to be able to do this. So yes, 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 yes. And we are back to the one and only, the amazing, once in a lifetime singer, once in a generation, out of this world vocal, 6 octaves, Dimash. And we are at the final episode, finally, of Singer. So I know I kind of jumped out of it a little bit here and there because he was having new songs that were being dropped, and I wanted to be able to jump on those. So now this is the final song. This is Give Me Love, and I think I'm going to have the English subtitles here. So hopefully, uh, I think I have that. Yep. And it's his final song, and I think at this point everybody knows what's going to happen with the show, but he's given a final performance, which is really good. And I always love listening to him because he always does something different with his voice every song because he can do so much and he can just do things that nobody else can. So I just sit there in admiration sometimes, and I'm always blown away by what he does, whether it's soft, high, you know, whatever he does, it just doesn't matter. And I know he's singing from the heart. He sings things that mean a lot to him. And so because it means a lot to him, it means a lot to me. And then seeing how admirably he handled things on the world's best and stuff like that, I mean, it just made me like him even more. And he's just a really good guy. And so I always want to keep reacting to him. He's just phenomenal. And so with that said, let's go ahead and do episode 14. And then after that, I can finally get to a lot of the requests, such as the outside concerts that a lot of you have been telling me about. I want to finally get to those too. So that's if he doesn't drop another new one. So, and everyone, thank you so much for your comments. Even people in Russia and so on, when you write in Russian, I really do translate it and read it and try to write back to you in Russian as well. So I do appreciate all of it. So thank you so much. Because without you, I wouldn't be able to do this. Let's go! The MASH final episode singer. Give me love. I missed that drum beat. Boom, 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 boom. Ah, beautiful. Already.
Sen meni büyüktün sorayman Taqdirdim basbaldağı Mahabat bermagan taqdir Mahabat bermagan Mahabat bermagan taqdir Жүректі қозғаған Жанымды жалынға орап
All right, so I'm going to pause it here real quick just to break it up just so I don't get blocked or anything because I never know with the Chinese TV. It's happened several times so far. So one thing I want to say is I apologize because it looked like it doesn't have English subtitles, so I apologize about that. But again, to me, It does not matter many times because I can just see and hear from Dimash what he's feeling, and you can kind of just get the general feel of what the song is about through his emotion because he's really good at conveying his emotion. And like I said before, if the song is really good, universally, music brings everyone together universally. And if it's really good, it doesn't matter what the lyrics are. But I think after the song, I'll probably go look for the lyrics to see what it was saying. Um, well, I just loved how he started this song out. I mean, and every song starts out differently, right? And here, oh, what a smooth as gold honey. That tone, spot on, so spot on, so good. Let's go.
Armanın turadı Kuş ettiz asfalt kere Şan tozdan samerdi tuladı Samerdi asfalt tadı Махаббат бер маған тағдыр Махаббат бер маған тағдыр Жүректі қозғаған Жанымды жанға орап Үзілмей мастаған Махаббат бер маған тағдыр Махаббат бер маған Ешқашан ешкімде ешкім
Wow, wow, wow. Again, every song he does something different. And that might not seem like he's doing a whole lot of different stuff here, but if what I'm paying attention to is the beat of his music. And because, a lot of times there's four beats in a set, or now they've switched it up nowadays, you have like three and a half, four and a half. And so I'm just listening to that, and already he's changed that up from what I just heard him do before. And so I like that. I like that he's just doing different things every time. And now I know this one here is well before he just did his last one, which was recent. But it just shows how much growth he's had from this episode to what he just did last, which was the uh, "Love in a Dream" song. So this is just awesome to see. But I can tell already what he's doing, and especially when he goes into the higher note, he's doing it subtly at like a medium level, which sounds awesome. I love it. He always feels it. I haven't heard good violin in a long time. That's what I'm talking about right there. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I love watching every one of the Masters' performances. And it doesn't matter if he is belting it to the highest note there is in history or he's doing a softer tone song. And because his tone is always so good and it just sounds good. And so it's like it doesn't matter what he's doing, at least to me. And but I'm always curious to see what he does with the song because he can do so many things. And in this one, it may not seem like he did a whole lot of different stuff, but to me, I noticed just from the repetition and the amount of sets he was doing, and when he it seemed like he was gonna go high, he went kind of almost like a medium high level, but he changed like the I forget what you call it in your throat. It wasn't like the smooth sound. He changed it to kind of like a rougher mid sound, but it worked in the song, and that's what made it sound so good. And only the best singers in the world are trained enough, or can even do that, can even change that. And wow, 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 wow. And a nice, smooth ending performance. I loved it. I thought it was great because at this point, I think he knows that. I think he knows he didn't win, but it doesn't matter because I think he knows now. He's hopefully knows that he's gotten the recognition that he deserved and needed, and he got it here. And so after this, from what I heard, he was like selling out every concert, which is deservedly so. And so it's a nice, smooth way. Plus, you've been singing for 14 weeks in a row, right? I think that's what it was like. So I'm sure your voice is tired. So, you don't want to go all out, especially if you have a concert coming up right after this. So, yes, 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 yes. So I just want to, number one, give a shout out to the singer in China for putting on a singing competition the way it's meant to be done, the way it should be done. You give the singers like Dimash freedom of arrangement and freedom, like the violins there. That was awesome. I haven't heard good violin in a long time, and I appreciate all kinds of music, and especially when it sounds good. But they allowed Dimash to be himself and be who he is and bring in the arrangement he wants and do it the way he wants. And that's with a singer like Dimash, you have to let him have his freedom. It's, there's always a process to what you do. So, on other shows where you're forced to cut it down and all that, it's just not going to be the same. And so, kudos to Singer for doing that. Kudos for Singer for even bringing Dimash on, and some other great singers as well. So I'm definitely going to keep following the Singer just for other singers because they really have something going here. And if it wasn't for this, I would have never even known about it. So yes, 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 yes. Now I am on to the live concert. So I will probably do, I think, the Love of Tired Swan. Is that right? Or there's another. Someone said the one concert where he broke the record for highest note possible. I'm obviously curious on that too. So I will finally get to those. Yes, 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 yes. So, I love Dimash. Do you love Dimash? I know I do. So I hope to see him live one day. I mean, I really do. That would be awesome. So, with that said, I hope you like my reaction. Feel free to subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.